This is no less true than it was in 1858 when Abraham Lincoln first said these words. Mr. President and gentlemen of the convention, if we could first know where we are and whither we are tending, we could then better judge what to do and how to do it. We are now far into the 5th year since the policy was initiated, with the avowed object and confident promise of putting an end to slavery agitation. Under the operation of that policy, that agitation has not only not ceased, but has constantly augmented. In my opinion, it will not cease until the crisis shall be reached and passed. A house divided cannot stand. I believe this government cannot endure permanently half slave, half free. I do not expect the Union to be dissolved. I do not expect the house to fall, but I do expect it will cease to be divided. It will become one thing or all the other. Either the opponents of slavery will arrest the further spread of it and place it where the public mind shall rest in the belief that it has come under the course of ultimate extinction, or its advocates will push it forward till it shall become alike lawful in all states, old as well as new, north as well as south. Have we no tendency to the latter condition? Lay one no doubts, carefully contemplate that now almost complete legal combination, piece of machinery, so to speak, compounded of the Nebraska Doctrine and the Dred Scott decision, let him consider not only that work the machinery is adapted to do, and now how well adapted, but also let him study the history of its construction and trace, if he can, or rather fail, if he can, to trace the evidence of design and concert of action among its chief bosses from the beginning. The new year of 1854 found slavery excluded from more than half the states by state constitution, and from most of the national territory by congressional prohibition. 4 days later, commended the struggle, which ended in repealing that congressional proclamation or prohibition. This opened all the national territory to slavery and was first point gained. But so far, Congress only had acted, and an endorsement by the people, real or apparent, was indispensable to save the point already gained and give chance for more. This necessity has not been overlooked, but had been provided for, as well as might be, in the notable argument of squatter sovereignty, otherwise called the sacred right of self-government, which later phrase, though expressive of the only rightful basis of any government, which so perverted in this attempted use of it, amounted to just this, that if any one man choose to enslave another, no third man shall be allowed to object. The argument was incorporated into the Nebraska bill itself in the language which follows. It being the true intent and meaning of this act not to legislate slavery into any territory or state, nor exclude it from therefrom, but to leave the people thereof perfectly free to form and regulate their domestic institutions their own way, subject only to the Constitution of the United States. Then opened the roar of loose declamation in favor of squatter sovereignty and the sacred right of self-government. But said opposition members, let us be more specific. Let us amend the bill so as to expressly declare that people of the territory may exclude slavery. Not we, said the friends of the measure, and down they voted the amendment. Well, the Nebraska bill was passed through Congress, a low case involving the question of a Negro's freedom by reason his owner having voluntarily taken him into a free state.